hmm I didn't get a copy of the dissolution of marriage.
Yeah.
hmm Now, just so that I know, did it include the stipulation order from Guam? You know, if it didn't, you had usurped the authority of a superior court of Guam.
Yes.
His right to be included in what Washington state regulated.
Yes.
And if he ever had a question about my sincerity of not committing domestic violence,
Yes.
child abuse, assault,
Yes.
there's no telling exactly how these things can actually be used when you disobey a judge's order
Yes.
to obey Washington state courts.
Yeah.
Now, if I was a judge, pooch, Paul did his 12 months,
Right.
hmm gets his record expunged,
Yes.
goes off and shoots his wife and kids. There is in that expungement order the availability of unsealing an expungement. And that probably would require some sort of federal offense,
Yes.
not just one of these serious crimes per se, the gross misdemeanors right now, where the judge would say, well, I happen to dislike what you did, even though it's 12 months later. Now, I would want you to understand
Yes.
that I don't want to be separated from my sons,
Yes.
and I'm wanting to sue you. Oh, do you understand that, Judge?
Yes.
And it would be so good of you if you would enable me to do that. Mm. Now, I know that it's very busy. It's Friday afternoon. And I was going to go to dinner, but if I was able to eat with my sons in Maryland today, it'd be so much better than eating alone for the last 8 years and 3 months.
Yes.
The last 3 million emails, the approximate 35 to 40,000 videos. It would be so nice to be able to eat with my own family. So, could you seriously consider doing whatever it is that you do as a court
Yes.
to remove any of the court orders that didn't include the stipulation and order,
Yes.
inclusive of the parenting plan, residential? Ouch. See, um, Brent, could you remove this forgery
Yeah.
and that forgery?
Yes.
And without the signature of the petitioner being included in the, let's see here, when would you have legally had the right to issue a protection order? Well, July 13th of 2012,
Yes.
if I was able to talk to my wife and kids because of the expungement of the order,
Yes.
it's possible that she could have accused me of domestic violence and child abuse. Now, I think you still should have been including it as a stipulation and order.
Yeah.
I think they would have gotten a little upset that one day after, I think you would have wanted to include it anytime you issued any court orders. You know, I think you would have wanted to include it with that protection order.
Yeah.
Um, Considering the malicious process
Yeah.
and malicious process,
Mm-hmm.
and let's see here, malicious process. And the malicious process of not getting a dissolution of marriage, so I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Then there's the malicious process of serving me on Guam.
Yes.
Then the reissuance of a protection order while on trial,
Yes.
where the court of Guam could have said, Paul, I told you to obey.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah, it's not just the probation now. It could have been considered a disobedience to the actual judge's order.
Yes.
Now, I know, but I'm going to want to sue you. Um, could you? Would you? Enforce